In this video, we want to describe the role of the site director. Whenever a new site is set up, one of the things that is required is defining who will be the on-site site director. This person will be the primary contact for the near-miss project, and you might get periodic emails that would tell you of any significant changes to the near-miss project. Also, as the site director, you will get periodic emails that tell you about the data, some summaries of the data in your practice to just kind of keep you informed of what's happening. The second major role is being the advocate for the near-miss project in your practice. The first thing that probably means is being the focal point for training your physicians and other staff in how to use the near-miss project, a description of what the near-miss project is, etc. In order to help you with that, on the website, when you log into the near-miss project, you will see a link for near-miss project training programs, and there is a near-miss project practice kickoff presentation, which is a PowerPoint presentation that you might find very useful in terms of introducing the near-miss project to your folks. There's also these other videos on how to complete a form or how to open a form that you might use in that initial training for that purpose. The third major responsibility is to perform the initial review of each completed near-miss reporting form. What happens is, as soon as someone completes a near-miss reporting form, you as the site director are going to get an email, and that email is going to look like this. It's going to be a duplicate. It's going to contain the information in the reporting form that someone just completed, and your job is to review this form for two reasons, really. One is to see, based on the responses, whether or not this was an actual event that caused harm and really should be reported in your incident reporting process, not through the near-miss reporting form. And if you see that situation down at the bottom, you have the opportunity, you have the ability here to delete this form. We suggest here that if you see this as a reportable incident, you do want to delete it from this database. It shouldn't exist here, and you may want to forward this email to the appropriate person in your organization before you delete it, and then delete the form. So that's one major responsibility. The second one is to be sure there's no patient confidential information in here in any of the written text comments. So if the person who filled out the form included a patient name in the description of what happened, or any of the comments that they might make to any of the questions or responses, or perhaps in the additional thing, anything else they might want to add at the beginning, you need to, one possibility is to go in, click here, that will open the form, and you could edit that material, that information, and remove the reference to the confidential patient information and save that form, and then go ahead and process it, use it that way. Then the third the third thing you're looking here is you're making the decision, if it's all okay, to release that form for follow-up, and you do that by clicking this button, this link right here. You could withhold it from follow-up if you don't want the CQI process to look at to consider this form in its follow-up efforts. If you could click on this and it will stop that process. But normally you'll probably click on this link and say release it for follow-up, and you should get a little message that confirms that, says it's fine, close, and that's it. you'll be done with that email. Now, if you don't release the form or withhold it, essentially don't respond to that email, then those forms will stay on the website in a pending status for your review, and you will get a periodic email from the system telling you that there are forms that you still need to review. You'll need to log into the website and go to this area for completed forms and see which ones are have not been released. You can see here the one we just released that said this is a demo is now in the released for follow-up section, whereas there's one here that I put in this example database that we didn't release. You can open that form, see it. Again, you're alerted to the fact that you want to look at this for patient confidentiality and modify it if necessary. Then at the bottom you can release it for follow-up if you want. You could delete it. Same kind of things you could have done in the email. So if you release it for follow-up, then it'll move forward in the process. Okay, yeah, I hope that's helpful. If you want to make any comments about this video, you can do it in the place below, or you can send it to us in an email to support@wssnearmiss.com. Thanks.